Hello, boys and girls. It's Cooberry time. Soon, JJ and Bernie had come to a fork in the road, and they sat for a moment on a nearby fallen log. JJ handed the canteen to Bernie, who took a long drink, while JJ examined the map. We're headed to the Wise Monkey of the West now, right? Bernie nodded, wiping water from his chin. I guess we need to take the upper path then. Does that seem best to you? Bernie beamed, glad to be asked his opinion. That's what I'd say, he agreed. Back on their way, JJ thought for a while how to ask the question that was really on his mind. This brave little bear was obviously very sensitive, regardless of how much bluster he had put up when JJ had first arrived in Devlin's den. JJ didn't want to pry into any unpleasant memories, but he was curious how Bernie and Devlin had managed to form their odd little partnership. Finally, JJ said, So, Bernie, how did you decide to study magic with Devlin? It just happened, Bernie said matter-of-factly. I mean, like Devlin and the first wise monkey told you, bears are usually soldiers or guards or other creatures of great might. I was born smaller than the other bears. Even if I'd been bigger, I was always just a little different. More interested in finding a clever way out of a situation than using my muscles. JJ eyed Bernie's diminutive muscles skeptically, and Bernie laughed. I know. So magic interested me, but I had no way to learn it amongst the bears. Then one dark day, tragedy visited our village. Everything was destroyed. I wouldn't have escaped alive except for Devlin. He saved my life. He brought me back to his den. He treated me like a son. JJ had a million questions, but he could see Bernie wasn't up to answering any of them now. Wow, he said softly. Yeah, so I've always wanted to repay him. Do something to truly help him, or someone else who needed help. I never imagined I'd really have the chance, though, and here we are now, trying to save the whole world. JJ nodded. It's really something, isn't it? JJ was enjoying the walk. Beautiful day, and the success they'd had so far. He was taken incredibly by surprise when Bernie suddenly yanked him by the arm and pulled him down on the ground. Lying next to Bernie in the tall weeds, he was about to ask what was going on when Bernie put a finger to his lips, signaling silence. Then, with the same finger, he pointed to a spot not 20 yards away. JJ followed Bernie's finger and almost gasped when he saw a third enormous tree with an intricately carved door. But Bernie wouldn't have yanked him down to the ground just because they'd arrived at the third monkey's tree. There had to be something else. Then JJ saw it. The door to the tree was open and filled by a shrewd-looking fox of Devlin's size. But this fox was clearly nothing like Devlin. Simply the look in her eyes was enough to strike fear in JJ's heart, and he hadn't even heard her speak yet. This must be the fearsome Annika. JJ looked to Bernie with wide eyes. He expected the little bear to be trembling in terror. Instead, Bernie looked like he might jump out and confront the sinister fox at any moment. JJ reached out and put a calming paw on Bernie's arm, ready to stop him if he bolted. Come on, Simon, Annika said softly. Though her voice was quiet, it was cruel. Chills went up and down JJ's spine. From their spot on the ground, neither JJ nor Bernie could see who Simon was. It must be a very small animal. They waited where they were for a long time. When they were finally sure Annika and Simon were out of sight, JJ jumped up. We have to hurry. She already has at least 2 pieces of the puzzle. Maybe she has all 3. Come on! That's all for today. I'll see you next time.